Alrighty, there we go. We're in, no problems. No issues at all in the left-hand corner of the map. Divine at 0 wins. Playing as Poseidon here. He is up against Kavoth, who is up 1-0 now. He is playing as his Uranus, and we are on the map Frozen Wastes. Lots of room for spicy raiding shenanigans and all the other good stuff. And yeah, that's Holy Relic, though. It's not been spotted by Kavoth. Might not see it here. The Oracle is going to be close to spotting this. I don't think he's in range. Oh, he does move down here. He sees the goat. That might put him into... Okay. This isn't that big of a deal. It just means Divine's not going to be able to get that relic. That's all that means. That relic is huge for Divine because he's playing as Poseidon and allows him to play cavalry a lot more comfortably than otherwise. But yeah, that's not going to be on the cards, I think, as Kavoth is going to take that relic. And we do see Divine doing something that is absolutely the right way to play Poseidon. It's Cav HP. Tusk of the Iron Boar is huge. 10% extra Cav HP is gigantic. It's a wildly powerful relic for Poseidon. And for cavalry, like Tsukiyomi. Any of the cavalry users, it's really, really good. Egyptian as well, right? But yeah, Divine does the correct thing here. He doesn't drop the lure in his base because he's probably not rushing. You don't want to rush versus Uranus anyways. He's going to be looking for this town center over here and dropping a lure. He's got himself Walrus he can drag in as well. He's got a back gold mine. This town center could not get any better for Divine if he asked for it. Kavoth on the other side here. If he advances really fast, he could realistically just force ceasefire and almost prevent the town center from going up. Period. Temple coming up though for Kavoth. Game to continue along slowly. It's all like really the next sort of like 15 to 20 seconds here is going to tell so much about what this game is going to be. Kavoth, is he going to go for Oceanus or Prometheus? Oceanus is hidden. And Divine, is he going to go Hermes or Ares? Hermes is in. I like the Oceanus. I don't like the Hermes. I think this game, this map, this situation for Divine is... It is a Ares game. Why? Because Kavoth is going to be wanting to be an aggressive player in this map. He's going to be wanting to be on the aggression. He's going to want to make Mermillo. We go Ares, we get access to the Paspis. It means we can play defense on the town center. Hoplites aren't a good defender. Hippias aren't a good defender. Toxotes aren't a good defender. Paspist, they're a good defender. Kavoth up to the top here, deciding let me mine this gold mine super early. This is classic Kavoth shenanigans. And I could be wrong, but Kavoth might be going for a town center here as well. He's got 4 villages on gold. I don't exactly know what it's for, but he is going to pop through here, get up to the top, jump onto these walrus, and then go from there. Lure dropped into the main base. This is not really... I don't like this lure. You put it onto the town center if you're going for it because it allows you to have chickens here and then immediately hunt after the chickens expire so you don't have to move away from the town center. But I mean, that being said, there are all of these walrus here, so it's not the biggest of deals. One of the biggest of problems. Military barracks for Kavoth coming up, and he has sort of committed to the one town center angle, but if there is a sort of position that Divine is good at, and the Divine is used to, and Divine is going to be able to win a game versus Kavoth in, this is the position. A second town, 2 town center versus 1 town center scenario, where he's got back gold, he's got hunt that he can drag underneath the town center, he's got a forward gold mine as well, though they're a little bit challenging to get in onto, and also Kavoth hasn't spotted it. Not that he's going to be surprised to see anything, he shouldn't be surprised to see a town center, but he hasn't spotted it. Meanwhile, Mermillo's coming through. The Mermillo heroes are in. He can send them off to the main base and raid here. He doesn't have to worry too much about this town center just yet. As a granary going to get dropped over onto this spot, pulling the walrus nice and close here. Maybe he could have potentially dragged him a little bit in, but this is totally fine for himself. No way Kavoth expects this. Yeah, I don't think Kavoth would ever be able to read this situation coming in. But the Murmillos do manage to get in, and that's going to be first blood. Ooh, he lets the other villager go. Says, nah, I just want to kill off one. Picks off one villager. First blood there. And Kavoth searching for more kills as the villagers pulling away from this position into the town center. And I imagine we are actually going to see an archery range getting dropped down next. Oh, a town center from Kavoth. I mean, I feel like Kavoth is doing this on purpose. He wants to put the pressure on while going for the town center. But if he knew this was going to happen, is this exactly what he wants? I don't know. Carnivora gets dropped down over here. A little bit of a weird Carnivora drop. The Caladria sitting over onto this spot can just heal up that Murmillo back up to full HP. So losing some HP isn't going to really matter. These two Murmillos up to the top of the map. Don't know what they're doing, but they're playing. Let me stay safe and let me stay away. As a stable coming through for Divine. We did indeed see the Tusk of the Iron Boar in on the side of Kavoth as the Murmillo tries to dive in underneath this center. Not quite able to take it out, but should be fine here to heal up and be completely fine. Lots and lots of favors starting to build up for Kavoth, so he can definitely start thinking about getting some more Caladria in to get those heals. He will have his second town center, which does mean that, again, Divine is going to get what he wants here. He gets himself his second town center. He gets himself a defensive position. He's dropping double stables on the back.
Scopos.
Over onto this side. Murmillo's still playing the defensive role, doing what they can. Picking off a tower will leave a couple of militia here, and I imagine Divine, he pulls some of them. He should be trying to keep them alive because they are some nice help in an actual fight. Of course, 3 militia versus a Caladria means that all the militia are going to die without killing anything, but 3 militia plus an army is a big amount of assistance there. Meanwhile, Kavoth is now spread out. He's got himself a Sky Passage on the left, Sky Passage in the middle, Sky Passage over onto this side. Economically speaking, doesn't have any upgrades, but does have his economic guild in as the shockwave comes through. Is that going to be a dead villager? 1 dead villager for a shockwave is not a good usage. But he does cause a lot of idle time and does push off this gold mine for the time being. These villagers will pull under the main base. They can drop onto goats and things like that. Divine's on this gold mine for the time being, so no real problems where that's concerned. One thing I'd love to see from Kavoth is like a sneaky Sky Passage here. And this Sky Passage isn't important. So a Sky Passage here, right? Or here, for example. So he can sort of teleport to attack this, pop up here, teleport here, attack in here, and just keep on moving around like a crazy person, which Divine can't really chase down. Almost a unit to get picked off over onto this side as Kavoth kind of has to turn around and take the fight. He loses 1 Murmillo there. But yeah, 3 Murmillo heroes in a dream as the Carnivore does get dropped down. That's going to be 1 Hippias taken out. Completely fine to get that value in. The Murmillo on the back does go down as well as the Caladria. Can't get into position. Gets the Pacify onto the Centaur, however. So picks off the Centaur, picks off a Hippias, but loses 2 Murmillo for it. Unfortunately for Divine, I really don't like this house placement. You want to be building your houses to start locking off the backside, because you can't wall you can't really wall in here very easily, right? Like it's super hard. So you have to build buildings in like this, and then you have to wall off to the side and off through here. You don't have another option. Unfortunately, Divine doesn't do that. Hyperion going to be coming through for Kavoth, and he probably is going to be moving into some Contarius here because of his relic. I'm surprised to see no Thea here actually from Kavoth, especially the way this game is going. Having Thea and then also Hecate for the late game feels like a really, really important thing. Of course, there's the Polyphemus that's going to make things difficult, but with good control and good awareness of the Polyphemus, you can keep the Dryads safe, make sure they get value by not taking the full brunt of the special ability of the Polyphemus, which does AoE damage. Should be good, but Hyperion means he wants to be much more aggressive and deal much more damage onto Divine, who is currently massing a gigantic army. Sky passages, still diving one way. The citizen up here is really big because you can immediately drop a sky passage on this side. But Divine is going to be looking for his first attack at the moment. He's going to be looking for something to kill. The army over here sitting in defense. It can move over onto this side. Kavoth does need to be paying attention here. Citizen does get poked. Citizen over here can dive into the manor. And Kavoth is now under attack onto this town center as all the villagers are going to be diving through here. Does he have enough stuff here to defend? He's got himself the heroic age, but he's really lacking on resources. This attack from Divine looks brutal at the moment. The hero Murmillo's charging over here. They do manage to get a little bit of damage onto the centaur before they do end up running, but the town center is going to die. Kavoth has got two citizens in here that need to make a break for the sky passage. Hero Murmillo's coming in a big way. Two citizens going down, and Divine finds himself his first significant advantage in this series. Kavoth's got 8 oracles in him. He's got tons and tons of Murmillo heroes. There's no answer to the Murmillo heroes until Hypaspis start coming through. So it's not the end of the world for Kavoth here if he can make this army. Even if he's only at 175 pop with full Murmillo heroes, he's going to be able to break the army of Divine. I want to see a sky passage up here at some point, but that's not happening. As Divine will move up here, take out the manor, take out the sky passage, enjoy life. Move on to this side. These citizens are very much in a silly position. That's going to be a lot of dead citizen here. You can only garrison 2 of them. Does click the chaos onto these bad boys as the sky passage is going to come down. It's the chaos for so long as the sky passage will be able to finish over here. Meanwhile, onto this side, Murmillo is going to be looking to hit the gold villages over there. Citizens manage to escape as the Murmillo heroes do dive in onto this spot. Shockwave onto the backside, but it does hit all of that front position, and Kavoth will have to bail on that one. Not the best of fights for Kavoth there. While this is going on, however, Murmillo heroes in. Villagers will start going down. Kavoth does need a lot of villager picks here. He's so far behind on economy in this game. The only thing he's got going for him is the 8 oracles and the crazy amount of favor gain. Divine does decide, yeah, I can turn around and shank this underneath my town center. Divine does have himself that survival equipment technology, so 69 HP. My Murmillo heroes will pull back. Armory going to go down. Kavoth says, yeah, I can probably take this fight. Does he have the upgrade for these guys? He does have heavy. But is there enough stuff here? Carnivora is in. More units to come through. The Satyr doing what it can, but there goes the ceasefire. And I think that actually favors Kavoth to click ceasefire after a fight because he's got the healing in. These Murmillo are all going to be back up to full HP. 1.5 HP per second. And now we do see that sneaky sky passage I was talking about. This is the one. Right on this spot. Look at Divine's line of sight. He's not going to see this. Pop through here. Charge up. Kill off all the villagers. And you're good to go. That's the idea right now. Is Kavoth in here? He's got 30 Murmillos in. He's got to get some damage in. When he can charge through here, kill this off, lock off the villagers from escaping. Divine is searching for things to kill for the time being. Over onto this side, we are seeing the units coming through here, but all the Murmillos are going to be sort of out of position, but do you care? Kavoth might alert. Oh, he's going a little bit too early here. As the citizens do get hit, this is not ideal. You don't want to be losing any units. The villagers get sent packing. There isn't a shockwave for 15 seconds. Kavoth, he had the raid. He was supposed to kill everything here, but he completely botches it. He's going after the town center. The hoplites on the back are in. Kavoth needs to kill this. He doesn't have himself chaos for another 10 seconds, but it will be through. He's got himself a shockwave that he can drop onto the villagers, onto the back there if he wants. Bronze does get dropped down, and Kavoth has to bail out on this spot. The main base is under attack as well. More Murmillos are coming through to try and defend this, but Divine is attacking everything. He's in complete control right now as Thracian horses to come through. Kavoth into the back corner as the hoplites say, I'll just chase you off here. No worries. 76 villages to 62. The speed is obviously in the favor of those 5.3 speed Murmillos, so they should just be able to get away from here. Murmillos over here are getting a little bit out of position. There's more Murmillo heroes to come in. There is chaos. There is shockwave. There's no carnivora. But a good chaos onto this fight here should be a good fight for Kavoth. As he takes it, the army does decide, let's run. But he could turn and take the fight now. He does decide to do so. There goes the perfect shockwave onto the backside. As the Murmillo hero is going to attempt to break through here. No satyr in the army. It's got to be hurting Kavoth in this game. But it looks like he might just have enough stuff to break through this army. Citizens pulling away into the sky passage. Still not a single catapulti getting made. Like Kavoth is missing out on that. Villagers over onto this side. We do have a sky passage here. The villagers are onto this location there. One thing here for Kavoth is to run around the side. Come in and lock this off. Be sneaky with the movement. As a palace up for Kavoth onto this side. Will Kavoth have the foresight, so to speak, to attack that top position? He knows there's a gold mine there. He doesn't know there's how many villagers are there. Picks off one stable. Pulling back as more units to come through. There is a carnivora to start mixing in. Also, satyr at any point here would be an absolute godsend for Kavoth. But his Murmillos just continue to get so much value. But as this is going on, more Hypaspis are coming through. And the best answer for the Hypaspis right now, with the amount of favor in the bank, has to be satyr. But Kavoth is just saying, I don't care about them. Up onto this side, though, the carnivore gets thrown down there to try and deal with the Petropolis. Citizens popping through here to try and deal with this as well. There's no god powers for Kavoth, but a palace will be a big assistance to deal with this. More Murmillo heroes coming through for Kavoth to try and hold the line. He refuses to build anything other than Murmillo heroes in this game. Just refuses. Divine on the other side is just like, how do I kill these bloody Murmillos? Obviously, the answer is get himself upgrades, play defense, get those Murmillos going. Did lose himself, Hypaspis going, I should say. He did lose his Petropolis, but he's going to get more coming through quickly. Look at the wood in the bank. This has to be satyr, no? Kavoth refusing to build satyr for some reason in this game. I don't know why. Villager differential is obviously favoring Divine in a big way because Divine did take out a town center. Well, trying to take out the fortress for the time being. I mean, of course, he's got the chaos to use on the Hypaspis. Pulls in, takes out the Petropolis, can take out the other one. The Destroyer's trying to sneak through there as well. Chaos is 5 seconds away. Can use that to take out this position, but this position also going to be an issue. There goes the Chaos. As the Murmillos can easily charge in and start getting that damage done, but Divine says, no, I've had enough of this. Ceasefire. Let's slow down here. Both gets himself one town center, a second town center coming up behind this. But this is a very spicy position. Very, very spicy. It's going to be another chaos in 145 seconds, but there is another ceasefire, though it takes a while to come in. Look, if there's a unit here, apart from the Satyr, which is obviously really, really good, if there's a unit here that Kavoth is missing, it's the Arcus. He is missing that Arcus in a big, big way. An amazing unit to take out of Haspists. And now he starts building him. But he's building him from behind. He's not winning in this point. We'll see if he can make it work. He's got to get himself up to heavy Arcus. He's got to get himself a nice position. Murmillo's going into the main base here as the villagers all get pulled off of the temple. But going to try and take this position out. Where are all the destroyers? He's only got the one. Well, the town center for Divine will go down as the army tries to attack into the main base. There are some units here waiting. Villagers turning around to start repairing this position. Shockwave to come through. He says, no, 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 not today. You will be losing the town center, but it doesn't matter because Divine's already at full villagers. Kavoth, on the other hand, on 3 town centers is a big deal. Carnivora can be used as well. Kavoth doesn't run here. The army on this side, the idea was pull the army back, run back over here and clean up these units here. He doesn't run. What? But now the Arcus are in. Divine needs Peltast, and quickly. Does he have any archery ranges? Answer is no. He might feel like he's okay to just build Hippias, but generally it's a little bit difficult to make that work. Up onto the top side, the gold mine has expired. Kavoth has got all the access up onto this top side. He pulls through, might be looking to hit the gold mine and get some villager picks. At this point now, Kavoth has managed to get the villager lead, but I mean, in these sort of positions, it's much of a muchness here. Helios is coming through for Kavoth. Doesn't decide he wants the Hecate. He's going to go for, I don't know, a chaos vortex idea? Maybe? Main base getting targeted again. Is the Murmillo going to be able to hit this one? We'll be able to deny it. The villagers as well might end up falling, but the main base under attack. Which town center is the one going to the Mythic Age? This one up the top. Fortress coming up for Divine over here too. So the Petropolis slowly sieging down this position. Over here, Kavoth looking for more villager picks. But realistically, he does need to come back home and deal with this. The Citizen are going to make their way over here for a Sky Passage to come back home. As the Citizens start repairing this up, Hero Murmillo is getting converted in because why not? Chaos gets dropped down. What is that Chaos though? There's no units here to take advantage of it. Yes, a lot of damage gets dealt, but that's a wild Chaos. Sky Passage down. Units coming over here to deal with this. Sky Passage up here will start to come through. There's no units in for Kavoth at the moment. His town center is going to fall. The Citizens need to pull back. Sky Passage over here is going to be going down too, unless he's careful, as he does pop through here to try and defend. Over onto this side, the Ark is going to be holding the line here for the time being, but he's splitting his army up so much, and Divine is making this work. But Helios in the center Manus does come through, but there is a Hippolyta there to get that damage done. Vortex to come through, going to dive straight onto those Petropoli. We'll be able to clean those up. And then potentially has enough to break through the fortress in the middle of the map. He's also got the gold mines over here to start looking to starve. That's where things are going to get scary here. There's also a really huge technology for Kavoth to move forward, which is Halo of the Sun. Needs to grab that one. Champion Archers, Halo of the Sun, Champion Infantry. Divine, on the other hand, needs to get Mythic Age. If he gets Mythic Age, he's going to be in a really, really good spot here. Meanwhile, Kavoth has to know this gold mine's getting grabbed. He has to realize this gold mine's getting grabbed. And he's got a Sky Passage here, so we can use this to attack this. But does he have enough stuff here to do it? The center manas can be used to stop the units from charging in. Going to come through and make that happen. Does he have enough stuff? The military differential is not in Kavoth's favor in the slightest. The town center is up, however, but is it going to be enough? Kavoth's going to be shooting, scooting for his life. Just doesn't have enough stuff. The Vortex coming in yet again to try and take out the Petropolis, but now his Arcus are way out of position. And he's going to lose all of them. He's going to lose all of them. What was that move? You want to stay close to your building so you can garrison against the Hippias, but he doesn't go for a palace coming up over here. Economic upgrade situation. Does have himself quarry, but missing some of those other big techs. No farms at the moment. No farmers at the moment. No food income at the moment. A little bit of raids over onto this side to hit the villages off of gold, but there's plenty. Oh, there's not plenty of resources in for Divine. He is strapped for resources here. As the villagers pop through, going to try and repair up the town center and all that other good stuff. If Kavoth holds here after all the damage he's done, the citizens over here need to start running. Kavoth's got a lot of things to worry about here, so not only these raids don't work, but when there's so much going on, you don't pay attention. It's going to be a lot of citizen picks. Not the biggest of deals because there's still 3 town centers for Kavoth. He's at full villages, so they're going to be coming in, but he doesn't have any food income. That's the tough part. What has he got? Wolves up the top. He's got berries over here. There's some caribou in the center of the map that he potentially can grab. Divine pushing through, going to be able to take out the palace slowly here. And Kavoth is barely holding on. He's only got 2k military resources to nearly 5k here. Some center manas trying to come through. That's a wild unit to be building. Where are the Sates here? Every time I play Kavoth, he spams them, but he's just refusing in this game. Palace goes down. Army charging up to the top. Can the center manas deal with this army and keep Kavoth in one piece? We'll see if it's going to work for him. They are really strong if there's no heroes around. There's obviously another Vortex that can be used here too. Hippolyta and Atalanta are going to be coming through as the Hecagigantes have been spotted. Divine is on 3 town centers. He's getting close to full population. He's still stuck in the heroic age, but doesn't matter. 120 favor for another Chaos is basically off limits. I mean, you could drop a 40 favor Carnivora, but it's a lot. As the Hippolyta goes down, the Hecagigantes will be able to stop this Centimantis, excuse me. Will be able to stop the fortress. Kavoth does manage to get himself a pretty nice army. He gets a nice army out, and the question here is going to be, can he actually manage to win this fight or not? This is going to be everything. He's going up for Titan or Marchi. I don't know how to say that. 50% extra damage on the attack there for those center manas. It takes a while to come through. As the center manas come in, they send the units flying, allowing those Arcus even more damage. Atalanta does go down. Another center mana is going to be coming in onto this position here to send the units flying yet again, allowing the Arcus more value here. Those center manas are going to be cleaning everything on this position. The Theseus coming in, the Hippolyta coming in, the Atalanta getting queued up, but militarily speaking, the Arcus do seem to be doing enough here as Kavoth manages to hold on. It turns out the myth units are all he was missing all along. Petropolis goes down. Fortress will go down quickly. These guys do damage. That's 120 crush. Okay, it's not 100. It's a lot of it's 80 crush per second. That's a lot of crush though. And the big problem here for both players coming soon is the gold mines are going to be expiring. Divine has got 2,600 gold remaining. Kavoth got all of this gold left. Kavoth here just needs to sort of continue fighting, force Divine to keep making suboptimal trades. Townsend gets blown up here as all the center matters dive in. The Ark is immediately sniping down the heroes. And the center matters are going to be cleaning up everything else here with all of that damage. Where are the heroes? They're nowhere. Hephaestus coming in does make this scary, though. Polyphemus is a scary hero. Is there enough stuff? It looks like it is, as the Divine Army is just not able to do anything here. More units coming over. Kavoth just needs to pop over to the gold mine and the game is done. And the game is done, ladies and gentlemen. But he's not going there just yet. He took the town center. He can wander over here and grab the town center for himself. There is still going to be the scary Hephaestus. Armory upgrade situation is full bronze already for Divine. He can get full iron in with his upgrade, but he needs to get himself out an army, which is going to be tough. The fortress here is not very scary against this amount of Centimanus. Warden of Tartarus, excuse me, with the upgrade there. Warden of Tartarus. Another fortress up on the back here from Divine. The other problem, I mean, he can put a market in this corner and start trading. The trade routes on Frozen Wastes aren't the best in the world, but you still need to do it, especially when you're going to run out of gold. Main base now getting attacked as we see the vortex in, and ceasefire comes down. Fair and reasonable. Divine's got had all the favor in the world. He's got all of the resources in the world here, but he's building up an army. Hero Arcus all getting converted in. This is a terrifyingly strong army. The real question is going to be, will Polyphemus be enough? Finally, we're starting to see the Peltats coming through. Plentyvault comes in. Hippolyta in. Polyphemus queued up. The town center does need to go down. The Arcus heroes. Oof! Villagers getting sent flying here. The town center goes down so quickly as Kavoth spots all of those Peltas. He does need to get away from them. They are a great counter here for any archer in the game. If you don't have any other front line. I mean, take out the two heroes here, turn, and then you probably can win these fights. Over onto this side. Sky Passage to come through. He will turn in. Will take the fight. Tries to snipe down the hero here. He does manage to get some good damage in. Divine is up to full pop here is the thing. But the problem is, if he loses the army one time, the game is done. Yes, he's got 1,000 gold in the bank, but one time is all that matters. He's got one shot here to get to a gold mine. And he's not going for the gold mine. He's going for the Centimanus as the Polyphemus comes in. Uses his special, but the micro from Kavoth pulls back. Snipes the Polyphemus. And then runs. And the Centimanus, the Warden of Tartarus, can join back in straight away. Kavoth says, I don't want to take the fight. What is he waiting for? He wants the town center. Give him more population. Hero fanatics coming in. This town center will fall. More Centimanus are in. I thought this unit was useless. I thought the Warden of Tartarus was not a good Mythic. I thought it wasn't that. I have been proven wrong. This thing is bonkers. In a good way. Not in a nerf this right. In a good way. It's bonkers. Meanwhile, town center is down. Army going to move back up. There's sky passages all over the place for Kavoth to teleport back in onto this position. Kavoth says, oh, he's got a vortex. He can use that to dive in onto this position, which would be pretty brutal. He's done it how many times to take off the Petropolis? Why not again? Town Center going to get beaten down, and the Vortex will come through. Sentimanus get that special off onto all those Peltas as they go down to a very little HP. Both of the Petropoli do end up falling. He does have to snipe every one of those heroes, or the Sentimanus are going to get melted. Can Kavoth click on those buttons fast enough? Or not is the big question. More units piling in here. He does have Fanatics as well into the army to help deal with those Hippias. The Polyphemus doing work here at the moment, but there's still 4 Sentimanus remaining after all is said and done. Divine's got no resources left. He's got no gold. Kavoth is back up to 4 town centers. He has full map control. He's still got some gold mines remaining. And it looks to me, ladies and gentlemen, that Kavoth manages somehow, some way to survive. Somehow, some way to get all the gold mines. And somehow, some way to survive this game after an abysmal early game. What else can Divine do? A market coming up for Kavoth. Divine's got no trade route. He's got no gold income. He's got 1 Plenty Vault and a dream. A second Plenty Vault is all he can really hope for here. But there's too many units in for Kavoth. There are too many units in for Kavoth. Divine is sent packing. Divine taps out. Not able to take out Kavoth's Uranos here. Second game goes to Kavoth in the wildest fashion you'll ever see. I don't know what else to talk about apart from Warden of Tartarus come in. Myth unit. The player that built the Myth unit wins the game. Bashing my desk here. Things are falling over. The player that built the Myth unit wins the game. That's the storyline here. One player said only God powers, no Myth units. Other players said, you know what? I'll go for God powers. It's not working. Let me try the Myth units. It does work. He takes the win. Well played from Kavoth. He's up 2-0 now. One more win from getting to bed early tonight. Can Divine force Kavoth to stay up? We saw 1 reverse sweep already today. Will we see a second one? Divine's got to lock in now. Kavoth has managed to make it work thus far, but it was scary in game 2. Let's jump into game 3. Back over to the drafting menu and see how it's going to go.